Hello Style Stars, welcome back to my channel. I just came back from my trip to the US and while I was there, I did some pretty extreme thrifting. Remember when I said this a couple videos ago? I have been making strides towards more mindful consumption and I've significantly reduced the amount of clothes that are being brought in. Yeah, that did not happen. I don't have too many options for thrifting where I live, so I went a little crazy on this trip. Between all the great discounts and fill-a-bag sales, I thrifted a pretty ridiculous amount of clothes. And today, you get to see them all. I did make a wish list in advance and I was able to check off a good amount of them, so I'm pretty happy about that. But I also ended up with a lot of other pieces that I just couldn't leave behind. I'll start by showing you the clothes that I thrifted at various Goodwills around Massachusetts and New Hampshire. They were always having tag sales that were either 50% off or 75% off, so the deals were really, really good. First up, we have this short sleeve crop top from Wild Fable. I really like the colors on this one. It reminds me of Neapolitan ice cream. I also think the ruffle details are really nice, and the material is very comfortable as well. For our second shirt, we have this green and white striped Old Navy, the boyfriend shirt. It definitely needs to be de-wrinkled before I can wear it, but I did have a vertically striped shirt on my wish list, so I was happy that I was able to thrift this, although it wasn't on sale. I think it'll be a really great layering piece, so I'm pretty happy with it. The next shirt I refer to as my lettuce shirt. On the tag it said it was a two-piece, but unfortunately it's missing its second piece, but it was still 75% off, so I decided to get it anyway. This reminds me of those tiny shirts that used to stretch into a larger shirt that we could get when we were younger. I just really like the shiny material. I like the details of it. It's a really fun piece, and I think it will be a lot of fun to style. Next up, we just have a plain burgundy fitted turtleneck. I bought this as a replacement for a burgundy turtleneck that I already have, but the material is not too comfortable, so I think this one will feel a lot better. The material is nice and stretchy, so this will work really well as a layering piece in the fall and the winter. The next piece is a snake print bodysuit, and it's quite stretchy. The material feels really soft and nice. I think this will be a really fun piece to style in the fall and maybe the winter. And this was half off, so I think the price was really worth it. Next, I got this red vintage jacket from Goodwill. It was originally $7, but 75% off, so that is an incredible deal for a vintage item. A red crop jacket was on my wish list, so I'm really glad I found this at such a great price. I found this beautifully colored vintage jacket at Goodwill as well. It was half off to be $5. It's in really great condition. I love how it looks on me, and the colors are just so vibrant, even with all the black accents, so I'm really happy with it. Next up are the pieces I found at Savers. So we'll start with this red linen blend vest. It's originally from Coldwater Creek, and I think it will be a really nice layering piece in most of the seasons. It's a nice and very comfortable material, and I think I'll really enjoy wearing it. Next up is this incredibly unique patterned top. I'm pretty sure it's vintage. The brand is Spencer Jeremy, and they're known for their 100% silk dresses and tops. It is a little tight around the chest, but I think if I tuck it in or tie it in a knot in the front, it will still work very well. The next shirt is this cute short sleeve button-up. It has green moons on it, and I like how it has a bit of a witchy feel, but it's still colorful. The material is comfortable. This was half off at Savers, so it was a great deal. I really like how it looks, and I'm excited to wear it. I think this dress is probably the most expensive thing I bought on my thrifting trip, but I couldn't leave it behind. It's gorgeous, it's full length, and I originally thought I needed to hem it, but maybe I don't, especially if I wear it with sneakers that have a bit of a platform. I really love the colors. It will be such a nice piece in both the spring and the summer, and it has a beautiful raised texture on it, so I felt that it was worth the price. Next up, I found this really cute pattern top at a church thrift store. It was half off, so it was a great price. I really like the polka dot pattern on it, along with the stripes. I haven't really been able to figure out where this tie goes around the neck, so if you know what to do with it, please tell me in the comments. I generally like how it fits, and it's a really great vintage piece that seems to be in near perfect condition, so I felt that was a pretty great deal. Next up, we have this short sleeve denim shirt. This was given to me by my aunt, which means it was free. I really like the casual vibe of this shirt. I think the sleeves are a little weird because you can kind of feel the sleeve under the armpit, but I think this can work as a great layering piece in the spring, summer, or the autumn, so I'm pretty excited to wear it. This beautiful jacket came from one of the senior centers in New Hampshire. It's an Alfred Dunner brand, and it definitely needs to be hemmed a little bit. It's quite long on me, especially the sleeves. But it was a great deal at $4. And the best part about being at that senior center was that I made really great friends with the lady who was running the shop at that time. So hi Lisa, if you're watching this. Another item I bought from that same senior center is this bright red turtleneck. This is just an item I was looking for to fill a gap in my wardrobe. The material is stretchy, it's comfortable, and I've already worn it a couple times on my trip because it was quite chilly over there, so I'm pretty happy with it. Next up, I'm going to be showing you a lot of items that I got in 2 different fill-a-bag sales, one from the Hudson Community Church thrift store and one from a thrift store in Dover, New Hampshire called Founded at the First. It's also associated with a church. The first fill-a-bag sale was $5 and the second was $6. So to get this amount of clothes for those prices, it's incredible. The first item I have is this really cute vest. Unfortunately, as you can see, it's a little bit too big for me, but I can tell that it's a homemade vest due to the stitching and the lack of tags. So it's so beautiful. I will probably take it to the tailor to see if they can do anything with it because I really love it and I'd love to wear it. Next up is a really cute vintage looking vest. As you can see, this one fits me a little better. I think it will be a lot of fun to wear it in the spring and the summer and probably even the fall as well. I do wish the pattern ran onto the back as well. As you can see, it's just white, but can't always be too picky. It's a great deal and it's a beautiful piece of clothing. Next up, we have this really fun piece. It's kind of a shawl. It has 2 sets of buttons, and I actually haven't figured out what to do with the second set of buttons, so I'm going to have to play around with that. But I know this will be a really fun piece to wear in the cooler weather. But honestly, I could just ignore the buttons as well and wear it as a shawl or just a scarf. Next, we have this very pretty striped shirt. This will be a nice layering piece in the winter and in the autumn as well. I like the ruffle detail around the neckline. It's fitted, it's stretchy, and the material is comfortable, so that's all I can ask for. Next up, we have this absolutely gorgeous vintage number. I know my mom and the other women in my family wore something like this. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I think it fits me quite well. Although when I move my arms, the shoulders can get a little funky, but it's not a huge deal to me. I really like the detail around the bottom and the gold buttons. I think it's beautiful, and I know that I'll get a lot of wear out of it. Next is this very soft green pullover. I think it would be great for casual days when I don't feel like going too crazy with my outfits. It's super soft, and you can even adjust it on the bottom to pull it tighter. And it's just something I felt like I was lacking in my wardrobe, and it fit in the fill-a-bag, so I decided to take it along with me. Here we have a very colorful Alfred Dunner top. I really like the pattern on it. It's very comfortable. The only problem I have is that the sleeves are quite short, and so it makes my arms feel kind of at an awkward length. But other than that, I think it's a really whimsical top. I did see a lot of Alfred Dunner brand at the thrift store, and many of them were beautifully patterned and pretty colors, so I really like this brand. Next we have a vintage Gunny Sacks top. When I found this one at the store, I did not realize it had a massive yellow pit stain on it, but luckily we were able to get that out using RIT whitewash. The shirt has really thick shoulder pads and it also buttons in the back, so it's not the most convenient shirt to put on, but I still like it a lot. I'm really glad that it fits as well as it does, especially after all the trouble we went to get the pit stains out. So I know I'll definitely be wearing it as often as I can. Next, we have this really beautiful 2-piece set. One part is the dress and the other is the jacket. I'm a little disappointed how it fits on me. I think the jacket is just slightly too tight once I clasp it, and the dress doesn't fit me too well around the hip and waist area. So I might end up taking these to a clothing swap for someone else to enjoy, but the color is just so beautiful, and it's always fun to find vintage pieces at the thrift store. Here we have a really stunning linen blend sleeveless top. I love the pattern and the colors on it. It's super comfortable, it's extremely flattering, and I think it will make a great summer piece. Next, we have this absolutely adorable vintage t-shirt. Once I saw the cat design on it, I could not leave it behind. I also love an attached collar. It makes layering super easy. It is a bit of an oversized fit on me, but I think if I tuck the shirt in, it won't be a big deal. Next up, I just have this fuchsia button-up shirt. I got this as a replacement for a shirt that I already own because the color was quite dull on that one. The sleeves seem to puff out a little bit when I have the wrists buttoned, so maybe if I leave them unbuttoned, the sleeves will look a little better. But overall, I really like the shirt. Here we have a very lovely patterned top. Honestly, this feels like it should be a collared shirt to me, but it's not, so it's not a big deal. When I first saw it, it was tied at the waist, so I just decided to do that as well to show you. I think this will be a really beautiful top to style in the autumn, and it's vintage. When I first saw this top at the thrift store, I thought it might be a little boring, or maybe the color wouldn't suit me, but once I tried it on, I was really thrilled with it. I think it looks a little bohemian. I love the flowiness of the sleeves, and I've been really into this mauve color lately, so I'm really excited to wear it. I definitely thrifted way more tops than bottoms, but I was able to find this beautiful skirt at the fill-a-bag sale as well. The tag makes me think it might be vintage, but I'm not totally sure. It fits very nicely around the waist. I think it will be a great addition to my wardrobe. Some people seem to have a problem with pink and black together, but I've always liked that combination, so I'm really happy to have found it. Now let's take a look at the clothes that I found at the Garment District in Boston, Massachusetts, at their By the Pound section, where they throw tons of clothes on the floor and you're pretty much just sorting through, trying to find any treasure you can. I ended up spending $3.60 on all the clothes that I bought, and that included a piece of clothing that my friend threw in there as well. First up, I have this really adorable lobster shirt. I love pink and red together, so it really caught my eye. And it has lobsters on it. How could you leave that behind? The material is stretchy and it's very soft, so it'll be a fun piece to wear in the summertime. Next, we have this really cute tie front top. I really like the flared sleeves. I think it fits me quite well. The material is stretchy, the pattern is really pretty, so I'm glad I found this at By the Pound. Next, we have this really funky pair of pants. No, it is not a skirt. I originally thought it was a skirt when I first thrifted it, but it turned out to be pants. And actually, I broke the zipper when I was trying these on, so they will have to go to the tailor to get fixed. But the pattern feels so autumn to me. I'm really excited to wear these. I also found this silky, subtle zebra print skirt. I'm not sure how much I like the fit on me. I think that it bunches up a little bit in the front when I'm walking, and I'm not too fond of that look. So I'll have to see if I can do something with it. Maybe removing the liner from the inside will help, or I'll need to just bring it to a clothing swap. I also found this really beautiful, pretty sheer dress. I didn't try this on for you because it actually has a really big rip at the bottom. It's quite ripped right here. Due to the material, I'm not sure how easy it will be to repair it. Maybe I'll try taking it to the tailor and seeing what they say. Next up, at a little thrift store in New Hampshire, I was able to find two pieces I really loved. The first one being this striped, stretchy shirt. It's a little longer than how I normally like my shirts to be, but I really love the lines on this shirt. I love the color. I think it will be a really nice summer piece, and the material is very comfortable as well. At that same store, I found this blue gingham top. Now, it's a little bit small on me, so it will not button up, but I don't think I really mind because I think it will still be an excellent layering piece, and I really like the detail of the sleeve with the ties. Next up, at a pretty small thrift store, I was able to find this beautiful lemon skirt. I wasn't originally going to buy it, but my mom encouraged me to get it, and I'm really glad I did because the fit is perfect. It's beautiful. I've been wanting some lemon patterned clothing, but I haven't really been able to find any secondhand, and I'm trying not to buy new, so I was really thrilled to find this. It has large belt loops, so you'd be able to put in a big belt if you want to, but I think it looks good without as well. Next up are some items I found at a thrift store we didn't even know existed. We happened to drive by a church, and on their sign it said that their thrift boutique was open that specific day for only 2 hours. So we rushed there, and I was able to find some beautiful pieces, such as this skirt. I really like how it fits. It looks like flower petals in the front, and it's a bit of a high-low, which I really don't hate. I love the paisley pattern on it. I think it's a lot of fun, and it's going to be really fun to style in different seasons. Also at that thrift store, I found this absolutely gorgeous striped skirt. The colors just bring joy to my life. I know I'm going to have a lot of fun styling it. It's a lot of fun to move around in, and I always love a good pleated skirt. Next up, at a small thrift store in Manchester, New Hampshire, I was able to find this really lovely leopard skirt. I had leopard on my wish list, and so I'm really glad I found this skirt. Although I do have a different leopard skirt, but this one sits differently. It will absolutely need to be taken to the tailor to be hemmed. But I love the silhouette of it. It's flowy but fitted at the same time, and it's extremely comfortable. I think I could even pull it up to wear it as a dress as well. The last thrift store I went to on my trip was called Perfect Thrift in Hudson, New Hampshire, and they had some really great selections there, especially their clearance rack, which was only $1 each. I found this really beautiful brown pattern top there. It has some houndstooth and also other patterns in it. I think it will make a really great layering piece, especially in the autumn. I love the details on the sleeves and also the collar. Another great item I got for just $1 is this purple jacket. This is definitely vintage, and I love this royal purple color. The buttons seem to be a little bit loose, so I'll just need to fix those. And it has this cute little attached belt to it as well. I think the sleeves are a little bit short, but I also love the look of longer sleeves poking out from a jacket, so I don't think it'll be a problem. Besides clothes, I was also able to thrift some purses and accessories, so let's take a look at those. I found this purse at Goodwill, and it came to a total of $1.50, which is absolutely incredible for a purse of this condition. I saw someone who had a mauve purse lately, and I really wanted one, so I was super excited to find this purse. And it also came with a cute little scarf as well. This purse is adorable, and it's actually free because it came from my aunt, so thank you, Auntie. I don't really think I have any round purses like this, so I think it will be a great addition to my purse collection. I found this lovely little Y2K purse at a thrift store for just $3, and I've been looking for a navy purse to add to my collection, and this one definitely works. I really like the fringe on it. This purse was a bit on the pricier side at $10, but it is leather, it's in great condition, and it's shaped like a cat. How could I leave that behind? Now this bag I was able to get included in the fill-a-bag sale at the Hudson Community Church thrift store. This purse was made for the woman who runs this shop by a customer, and she was able to choose a pair of pants, which happened to be Old Navy, and they also used a shirt for the lining. But I also understand that sometimes items just don't bring you joy anymore, and so you'd rather pass it on to someone who will love it more, and that someone is going to be me. I also thrifted a bunch of scarves as well. Some of them were included in the fill-a-bag sales, and some of them were $1 or $2, so all of them were really incredible deals. We have this beautiful pink lacy scarf that would be really fun to wear around the waist. We also have this very unique, probably handmade green scarf. I've been looking for a skinny scarf, and this one definitely fits the bill. I've been meaning to crochet one myself, but it hasn't happened yet. This is just an interesting neck piece with some fake jewelry on it, so I think that would be fun to style up in the winter time. Here is another similar piece I found just for $1. Here's a beautiful pattern red scarf. It has some shiny details on it. I'm excited to wear that in the autumn and the winter time. This is just an abstract scarf that I found at Savers for a couple dollars. Another fun pattern scarf that was included in one of my fill-a-bag sales. And a beautiful polka dotted pink scarf. Although I didn't buy many polka dot tops, which is what I was originally looking for, I still managed to get some polka dots. And finally, just a square scarf, which will be nice, maybe tied in my hair or around my neck. I also thrifted some jewelry as well for pretty good prices. Here is a beautiful brooch for just $2. A very colorful bracelet, also for $2. I scored this vintage brooch for $3. And then I got a bunch of jewelry for free thanks to my aunt, such as these earrings, a pretty bracelet, and more fun earrings such as these. Thanks for hanging out today as I show you everything that I thrifted last month. I know I went a little too extreme with thrifting, but thrifting is life, thrifting is love. I don't think I'll be doing too much thrifting in the near future, but I do like going to the shops when I can to just check out what's new, and I enjoy going to the clothing swaps as well. So let me know in the comments which pieces you like the best. And also, if you've ever gone this crazy with thrifting. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!